you're right. So Oliver's supplying a lot of physical traits or physical and emotional traits and qualities, and it's just being ignored for a guy.
It's not being ignored.
It's not being.
That's what women do though. Women go for the one guy every day. How many times you
Is
walk?
that all women?
Most women, before they get to the good guy, they done fuck a few whack ass dude that don't deserve the pussy. And I don't
like affirmatively, assertively, oftentimes aggressively, but like you will have no doubt that man wants you. So on that end, I totally agree with you. But I also can appreciate the time that a man puts in to get to know you, to get to know your mama and them, to understand everything about you and understand you on the friend side, so that when he is, in a place to step to you, he's no longer insecure. He's no longer scared. He's 100% sure of what he wants to do. So that when he steps to you, you're already his. It ain't no, well, maybe, he already knows in his mind when he steps to you that you're gonna be like, damn, yes, I ain't like you at first, but damn, you've been a real one, and it kind of makes you cute. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, but I think that it just depends on how you're on what you like as a person. Do you want a man who friend zones himself? Because you essentially friend zone yourself, right?
I was already put in there.
Right. So,
yeah, I was put there.
But the thing is that some women like assertive men. So if you want someone who is assertive, you're not gonna necessarily.
No, it's not some women. I think the majority of women want a man that's assertive and is gonna be direct and straight up, and not friend zone himself and just be like, if he shoots his shot and you turn him down and be like, okay, it's cool, we can still be friends. It's not genuine. As many videos as we talk about this and women will argue you down. No, we were friends. We're best friends. He never had any sexual attraction to me, blah, blah, blah. He didn't feel this way. That wasn't going on in his mind. It's not genuine. And any dude who puts himself in that position, you just setting yourself up for suffering, if you will. It's not, you're doing something that's outside of the way you actually feel about this person, and she's gonna use you as a male girlfriend and just tell you about all her other issues if she's comfortable enough, and you just waiting for that chance. And you're not doing yourself any favors with that. And sometimes women know that, sometimes women don't know. They know when they're, just keeping you in orbit.
Feel Oliver's approach. You know what I mean? But if you're someone who's perhaps a little bit more laid back, maybe a little bit, who doesn't necessarily like assertive men or aggressive men, you're gonna appreciate the friend approach. And I can actually appreciate that. Like, I haven't really dated that many men who were not my friends, to be very honest. Like, I don't really like strange men. Like, you gotta have some kind of connection to me. Like, you're like one of my best friends, or, you've been around. Like, I somehow have to know you. But I actually never liked strange men. For the most part, I probably always talk to somebody who was semi in my circle or friend, or I had some relationship with before.
That's not a friend. That's just somebody by proximity, the 7 degrees of separation, whatever you want to call it. Somebody that knows somebody else that you know of. It's not necessarily a friend, which is completely different, which is one of these things that, like I said, women will say that, oh, he's my friend. We've been friends for 20 years. He's never got a hard on for me. Cut it out.
But do you feel like, as a friend, that's also his job to be a friend? All these things he described, you're being a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your job to be a friend too. If we're friends, your job is to listen to me, to hold me down.
Was that for me or for all of you?
No, for I'm asking you, but I'm saying, do you feel like, as a friend, that's his job? Can he make it seem like what he's doing, like, it's almost like he gotta get paid for it? No, your job is to be a friend.
He's not. I don't think he wants.
I think in the way you are, Oliver, I think it'll be like, oh, I did this, I did that. Your job, if I'm in the friend, okay, we're both women, my job is to make sure she's good. I listen to her. So if I'm gonna be a friend to a man,
I see where you're going with this.
It's almost like, if you're my friend,
you're trying to say if you're a friend,
yeah. Just
a friend.
Yeah,
like,
be a friend.
Okay, fine.
Don't be. I'm annoyed.
It's like you're undercover friend.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
I'm annoyed because I feel like you're
expecting
something out of this friendship.
Okay.
You're not really, at this point, I don't.
You faking the funk. You're not being genuine. You're not being a man. You're just trying to get to the buns in a roundabout way, hoping for that opportunity, which is not what men do. Men don't do that. They express their actual feelings, hunter and prey. I know you guys don't want to hear it, ladies who are watching, but it's hunter and the prey. It's not like, oh man, let me wait and hopefully she'll change her mind one day. It is all about timing, but not that way. Normally some stuff like that, you waiting to catch her in a breakup, or she's coming home from the club one night, pissy drunk.
I don't think you're doing it for real. I don't even feel like you're being genuine with this shit.
I see. Okay,
if
that's
you're just doing it just like that, let's just say you really being a friend to me, and shit really did happen, and you wasn't really doing it for no purpose, then that's fire. But if you're doing it with a purpose, like, I'm gonna do this for her, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna listen to this, that, and third, at this point, you're not being a friend, you're not even being genuine, so fuck all that.
Okay, I agree with you. Hold on, real quick. Like, 2 seconds. I agree with you if I am doing that, but for what I was speaking on, no, I'm not doing that to be a snake in the grass. No,
that's what I'm saying.
So I'm not, for that reason, I agree with you 100%. But I wasn't doing that for a reason. But I'm gonna let Rico go.
Okay, no,
that's all I want to say.
was
Go ahead, Rico.
asking you.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, right? Because I'm more like the 5-month guy versus the 5-year guy, right?
That's what I meant.
And being that I'm the 5-month guy, not the 5-year guy, more often than not, I'm the one that's gonna do you filthy. I'm the one that's gonna leave you back to cry to that 5-year guy. And then the craziest thing is to me is that y'all then look at the 5-year guy as if he isn't of value for a chance. Like here's what I'm gonna say, right? Most successful or most happy marriages, I usually hear a similar term in every one of them, and that's my love, that's my best friend. You understand? So like that guy who's been your friend for 5, 6, 7 years while you giving scumbags a shot at you, and you haven't given a guy who's taken the time to know you, to me is crazy. Because at the end of the day,
it's crazy, but this is female nature, guys. This is how women are. It's female nature. She will not give that guy a chance because she doesn't look at him as a masculine dude, and for him to stick around. And to just imagine 5 years of listening to the conversations, maybe her telling him about all her sexual escapades, crying on his shoulder, being an emotional tampon, all these other things. And he's just sitting back, just simping. This is one of the things, the symptoms of simping. 5 years. 5 years, you may be paying for all the dinners, taking her out, have it being a shoulder to cry on and all these things like that, but that's not what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just being disingenuous, guys. That's all that is. You know what I mean? A guy does not want to do that. He's just simping, plain and simple. But a woman will be perfectly fine letting him be that emotional tampon, that shoulder to cry on, that guy that's there all along. He crying himself to sleep at night, getting a hard on and all this other stuff, and just sticking around because he probably don't have nothing else going on either.
he's going to treat you more delicately 9 times out of 10 than a 5-month guy. You're talking about the type of friend that Danny was talking about, the one with an ulterior motive, the one that wants to just be your friend so then that way he can fuck you. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a person who is genuinely your friend, not because you know he's a dirtbag and all of that, but you know how he would treat you. That's not what we're saying. Those are most likely the friend that has an ulterior motive, but a person who's just a good-hearted individual, a person who treats you right, a person who's there whenever you need them, physically, financially, emotionally, he's supporting you, a person that you bring to your parents, he's like, nah, we're not having sex. That's just my friend. But your parents love him. That's that person. So, like, what I'm saying is most women, and you know, I've heard this all my life because I had a friend that was that guy. He used to piss me off with this shit. I like this girl so much. She complains there's no nice guys in the world, and I ran in front of her face. And I used to be like, well, damn, it's really crazy how women be blinded by aggressiveness, assertiveness, and a crazy pursuit, but they don't value the work ethic of a person who's actually applying the necessary qualities of a.
That's why you have to understand what a woman is attracted to is completely different than what you're saying, man. Is You're trying to be logical. Women are illogical. You trying to make it make sense. That's not what gets her wet. That's not what she's attracted to. She's not attracted to this guy who's there for her all the time because it's a turnoff. A woman has to think, her mind has to be messed up over a guy. She has to wonder about a guy. She has to always wonder where she stands with the dude. If this dude's always picking up the phone, always around her, she's not into that. She's into that dude that's, knocking down other women, that got other things to do and can only hit her when he has time. You trying to make too much sense, man. That's just how it is.
Husband, you understand? To be a husband, you have to be a friend. Yeah, you're right. So Oliver's supplying a lot of physical traits, or physical and emotional traits and qualities, and it's just being ignored for a guy.
It's not being ignored.
It's not being.
That's what women do, though. Women go for the one guy every day. How many times you?
Is that all women?
Most women, before they get to the good guy, they done fuck a few whack ass dude that don't deserve the pussy. A lot of women fuck a lot of dudes that don't even deserve.
Most. That's the majority of their adult life till the later years. And this is the stuff that we talk about once again. This is the stuff, red pill stuff that goes on all the time that women don't seem to understand. They feel like they got a jar of quarters and they can just keep dumping them in the machine and get more men. Doesn't work like that. But I like this lady right here. She's making sense.
The dude that gonna help you fix your credit, the dude that gonna make sure you good, the dude that gonna hit you in the hospital if you get hit. That's not the dude we wanna fuck. We wanna fuck the dude that's not gonna call us back, that gonna hit us every 3 other days. I've been that girl.
So I just wanted to close out my
Preaching. She is preaching. She knows what it is. She knows what it is because women don't want. They want security, but they are attracted to that insecurity in a man. Not knowing. I need to wonder. Oh man, how does he feel about me? She has to wonder. She has to wonder. It's a scientific fact. Women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear towards them.
argument with agreeing what Aaron said about it depends on who the person is, who you are as a person, what you would like in a man as far as courting, because you can appreciate someone like Oliver that takes the time to get to know you, your family, your interests, be your friend or whatever, or you can more appreciate the guy that comes in and gets you in 5 months and, you know, with the assertive, I want to date you. I want to, be in a relationship with you. What I did want to say to Oliver, you did say that you were put in the friend zone. And when you're orbiting for 5 years, that's not you being put in the friend zone. You placed yourself in the friend zone because you did not go to that woman and say, like, I like you and I would potentially like to be in a relationship with you. She has no idea.
She's right. As a man, that's your job. And if she declines, then you go on about your business. You don't take the counter offer where she says, no, we'll be friends. Nope. Catch you later. Hit me back when you're ready to, I'm only interested in you as far as a relationship or romantically. You can keep all that other stuff. I'm not interested in being your male girlfriend, if you will.
Unless she did and felt like we're too much of a friends, that's when you're put in the friend zone. So there's a difference there. And I did also want to say to Rico, I know you went...
And even in that case, you got to keep it moving. Because you're just staying in that orbit after that, what she just said, you're suffering. Because in the back of your mind, you want to smash or you want to have a relationship with this woman, but the feelings are unrequited.
On about, how the 5-year guy is, usually the best option. But did we ever really stop to think about if 5 years is too long? If that guy got too deep into being your friend where there's just like no return, you're like definitely not thinking about him in that way because it's just been too long. Time has passed. You've already figured out what you want in a guy and you realize this is just your friend and he cannot be the guy that you need.
I'm gonna just say it like this, right? Amanda said that, for example, is it possible you could have gone too far in the friend zone and now you can't get out? To me, that means that the woman is blind. Because if a guy has been showing and proving for 5 years and you can't see that, then you don't really deserve a person.
What if I'm not attracted to you?
No,
Yeah, sometimes we gotta do
you
with
gotta
that too,
understand
Nico.
that, like, I don't understand why you're taking away friend versus relationship. When in a relationship, you have to be a friend. The main ingredients outside of sex in a relationship is a fucking friend. Is a person who listens to you.
Why you mad, though?
Because, bro, y'all not making sense. It's a person who listens to you, a person who cares about you, a person who's with you all around the board. He's your friend, but you're calling this person a friend. And the only thing that's separating a friend versus a relationship for y'all and y'all argument is sex.
So what was wrong
Why
with
y'all not
everything
chemistry?
else?
Why y'all don't got no chemistry?
What was wrong with everything else?
All right, so the last thing that you said is that you're not searching for him, and that's just not somebody that you're there for, right? That's just somebody that you're not interested in at all, right? That's cool. And my problem with that is, it's like, and I feel like I'm repeating the same thing as the last time. Why would you befriend somebody that you know is attracted to you, even though you're not attracted to him?
Or you find out.
But here's the thing. You're stringing that person along. And you're stringing that person along, and I personally feel, going back to kind of what we spoke about before, my personal opinion is that women string guys in the friend zone along as a bailout option or the emergency dick plan. So it's like, okay, cool. I ran out of all my options. I had 5 or 10 fuck boys come in and couldn't get the job done. But I got Oliver here now that I'm 37, 38.
It's the afterthought.
I got 30 years old and I got Oliver I can fall back on. And I know he's going to be there for me because he's been here the whole time.
Okay, so
A woman always got a ram in the bush or one of these beta male orbiters, which basically, it takes a really secure woman to just leave a relationship and just be single with not dealing with anybody. That takes an extremely secure woman. But women mostly move on and there's a guy there waiting, whether he was an orbiter or some dude that she happened to meet. But a lot of times she just doesn't meet a guy and just quits the relationship she's currently in. It usually may take some time, whether that be a few days, a few weeks, or a month. But there are orbiters, even with fellas, with the girl you with now, she got a work boyfriend, or she's got dudes that she talk about to her friends. You're just not the topic of discussion, and you guys need to realize this when she talks to her girlfriends. You're not the topic of discussion in terms of there's other guys that she talks about. This is how it is, man.
I think the difference between what Rico is explaining and we're explaining is that guys who are, feeling that they're stuck in the friend zone don't express their feelings towards the girl that they want to possibly pursue. We are trying to say that,
if he does express them and she says no and he sticks around, yes, in essence, he's putting himself in the friend zone. Or she's putting him in the friend zone and he's deciding to stay. Which I don't know, man. Yo, go ahead with that.
That's your goal. Express your feelings. Don't wait 5 years just being a friend thinking that you're going, to get the spot that you want to get. Because someone's going to come in, they're going, to tell you what they want. They're going to be assertive about it. And I feel like 8 times out of 10, that's who the female is going to go with. So I really think that it depends on who you are as a person, what you prefer in your courting experience. It could go either way. It could be the 5-year guy that, takes the time to get to know you as a friend, meet your parents, go through a lot of things with you, listen to you. Or it could be the 5-month guy that comes in and, does a lot in your courting experience, take you on dates, let you know that they're serious and be in a relationship. It could go either way. Thank you guys for watching 8 at the Table. Hopefully you guys learned some things.